Greetings, peasants, merchants, nobles, my fellow thieves and rogues. I am the Knightly Knave, and today I have embarked off on a journey to find land in our Foundation video game, in which we will build our own burg, our own civilization, apart from kings and queens and laws. But of course, I shall be your lord and do what's all good for the best of our people. First, I've got to pick land. Welcome, everyone. My name is the Knightly Knave, and we are playing the game called Foundation. This is a town-based sim game. First, we do have to pick out our property, which I created this map to have some ocean. And I think this is where I will first build. We need to start by placing where our hamlet will be, our village center. I'm thinking like right here up on this hill. And we have found the hamlet of Knave Town. With this, when it goes through the tutorial, I did take the tutorial off, so I can play this as needs be. The builder's hut I'm gonna put right here, and for our builders, it's good to start off with at least 3. And I'm a little picky in this game. I like to have specific groups of people doing specific things. All right, so now we're gonna take, and we've also, in order to build stuff, we've got to make sure our builders have some wood. So we're gonna tell them, oh yeah, go build this thing, right? With the 2 tools. Of course, it doesn't take any wood to build. I am then going to tell them to also build this stone mining, stone cutters camp. So basically, they can come here and mine. We are going to need stone for our basic building. We also need houses. Not everybody can survive living on the ground, so I'm going to start with it right over here. And actually, we're going to buy up property, so we're going to buy a territory. Since ours is right here, and this is where we are building the houses, should probably purchase something that's close. Can continue. It's almost. Let's do this. And I'm going to be irresponsible and buy 2 more plots of land that will cost money to do so. an issue right here. Just fine. Okay. Hmm. So, folks, I'm sorry, but the sound of our beautiful berg was not playing, and thusly I apologize. We have been reached out to by a folk who says the elders have heard of your dedication to the common folk visiting your on behalf of their people. They advise you to petition the central for a city charter, become an independent city. They say will grant your village freedom to forge its own path, free from the sway of clergy and nobles alike. Seems like the perfect choice for our land. We also need to assign people places to get what. And with our influx of folks, we are going to need more homes. And we are going to need to assign some miners. Let's see, Gravelin. Oh, well, that'll work. I have no quarrel with you. We need water. What peasants can't survive on water? And my next favorite thing, berries. We might as well just make ourselves some berry juice. Haha. Now, through our building of such resources, one of the key importance in this game is to make sure your villagers are happy. So I'm the Lord. My goal is to make villagers happy. I need to make sure they're employed. I need to have the immigration. If we go to our royal book, we are aspiring to build a prestigious burg. And this is for beginners of the game. I'm choosing to do this based on... I've only ever done my own thing. I want to have a set task. And this is considered the easiest set task. So first, build a city belfry. Increase 30 houses to high density, so we don't have that yet. Host the Seneschals at your tavern. We don't have a tavern. Raise our happiness above 75. It's currently 9. The splendor for its labor estates is 500 or more. And we can't build a monastery and we can't build a castle. Now up here, the top of the screen, we've got our labor splendor. And that is one thing that we've got to reach to 500. And then our labor influence is something that we can't gain over time in the game. Prosperity is important if we go to our progress chart, which I'm going to need to buy some storage. Allows me to store extra resources. And then I'm also going to purchase fishing. Oh. Yeah, I'm purchasing fishing. Very important. Because it brings in another food source. Now, I'm going to prioritize that. Like I said, I like to have at least 3 people at the builder's hut, just based on the fact that there's a lot that goes into it. Now, I only have enough for you. And this, lucky, only uses 1 villager. So, and speed's going a little bit slow. We're going to speed it up. We need to increase our happiness, which we're actually at average right now for our immigration focus. Happiness is at 19. Still have villagers that are unemployed. I'm sorry, guys. Working on getting the gathering hut all hopped up. Gonna hire you. And on the back burner, so if I go to progress, because we're building a burg, we need our manor house. For me, the lord of this town, I need a place to put down edicts and rulings over you fine folk. Another thing is our prosperity is important to get up so that I can unlock the stonemason set to build towards the manor house. Right now, I don't have that, and that's okay. Advice: collecting taxes. The villagers are concerned they might not have enough coins to develop a prosperous village. After all deliberation, they decided to build a tax office and contribute by sharing some of their earnings throughout a housing tax. Every villager will contribute to the community. I will continue on my own. We're going to ask all our villagers to contribute. As you look over to the left-hand side, the right-hand side is over here, left-hand side. I've got my missions. So I need my manor house. I need a bailiff. And then I can have taxes. So with the manor house, I can either build a great hall, taxes, or a bailiff office. We won't be able to get the bailiff soon, but I will be able to get the other thing, whatever it's called. So they are focused on building houses. I kind of want them to be more focused on this, because food is the problem here. And if we're starting out, I am just focusing my people on clearing out some land. And what you can do if you run out of wood, there's actually a forester that throughout the tutorial, it'll tell me to have a forester, and then you can say, hey, this is land that you should harvest. Why are we not focusing on that? Let's pause that. Let's pause that. This is more important. You can see our villagers are working hard. Another thing you can go in here and do is edit buildings. Say you want to add something to it. you can do that. Sometimes with certain buildings, you are able to move them around. So tell me this guy's transporting wood to the gathering hut. Good. All right, now that that's taken care of, now you guys can build the houses. But I need the gathering hut to be built. Because food is an important resource. And then with that gathering hut, in order to distribute it to our villagers, we need to have a village marketplace. And now this will kind of show us where our splendor will come from. By putting, I'm actually going to put it this way. Right here is our village stall. And then if I click on certain ones, they'll have this star by it. And that'll be my splendor. And I need that. So we're going to do this fancy blue one over it. I want to have a food sign. Sign basically saying, hey, this is where you get food. And I think that's about it. And that'll build up my splendor, which is important. I will also need to assign a villager here for fishing. And you can only fish if, when I click on this guy, there's fishing close by. And I can only mine if there's stone nearby. So there are certain things that you have to have in order to continue throughout the gameplay. Our little berg is coming along nice and good. You can also delete parts. So if you want to like edge it up, you want something a little bit better. Say I want to like use my square. I can then round it up better. But one of the things that you can't do is if I say delete this, it'll say, oh, houses are about to be destroyed because they're not part of that area. Can't do that. So once you include your residential area, you need that. I need my market tender, which is Ludengerg. And I'm going to actually have him distribute fish. Because that's more proteins for my folks. And I need to... Oh! Victory is mine! Actually, my villages. Because I am no lord. But we are now a village, folks. Which is good. We're getting there. And the speed on this game can be increased up to 3 times. I can pause. And all that sorts of fun stuff. Since I don't actually have enough prosperity yet to buy the stonemason's hut, I am going to start off by building my tax. Well, let me rephrase. Let's do this to the Great Hall. I'm gonna switch it. And I should be able to build it. I'm gonna put, let's see, my manor house. I kind of want to put, probably right over here. It's very far off, but the purpose of doing it is there's like distinct land difference. I need a major tower. I'm going to put a minor tower. And I can adjust the height of it So if I wanted, for heaven's sakes, I could just make it as tall as I want to. But that's a really tall tower. So I'm going to do it this tall. And then raise that up. I'm going to add a reinforced chimney, I think. And actually, I think I'm going to put it on the back side. And I'm not sure if I can. I could put it on the back side of that. I think maybe what we'll do is I'll move this. Okay, and one of the things we're running into right here is I've got no room left. I'm going to pause on that. And then since I bought the... what is it? The warehouse. I'm going to place it down, I think right here. And zoom in so we can see better. We're going to move it right up on the edge here. I can't build it yet because I actually need to build the sawmill, which is important as well. And I'm actually going to put the sawmill, I think, right here, right across from my warehouse. The warehouse is important in this game for the basis that if I'm opening trade routes, I need it. My tower's going to go right there. Our chimney's going to go right there. Now, of course, I cannot. I actually don't like the location of our manor house. I want it to be up on a hill. Was kind of the point of putting it there. I think maybe instead putting it right here. Well, let's make sure I'm looking at everything. Let's build a minor manor house. The problem is, right, I want it to be on a hill. Maybe actually right here. Man, look at all those taxes. That's a lot of taxes. I take this. One of the other important parts about our manor is we need an entrance. We don't have an entrance, it kind of defeats the purpose. So reinforced chimney, we're going to put on the back end. Actually, well, let me see it better too. So put that there. Put a minor, no, minor tower. I don't want my chimney higher than that, so I'm gonna do that. I need some rooms, which, I mean, honestly, like I have them in that, but I'm gonna do this instead. And I can add sub-building. So within my manor, I can now add a tax collector. Through this tax collector, you know, I could have a capacity of, say, 1 tax collector or 2. I am going to do it this way where I think I'll just put another tower on the end. This will be my tax collector's tower. If I'm being honest, I could actually get rid of this and put this on this end. And this could be my tax collector's hut. Boost my tax collector's capacity up. Because it's a major tower. They have 1 room. If I raise it up, actually, I can get more tax collectors. But for the time being, I think I'm going to do that. And then in order to know where they're going to come to, I actually have to tell them, hey, you know what? You want to bring your edicts and whatnots? Bring them here. And we're going to put ourselves a weather vane on top. Because I want more splendor. I actually don't have any decorations right now. And now build it. It costs me money. And of course, right, that thing I didn't actually put for the Great Hall. It's going to get mad at me. And I'll actually put in 2. It'll be like, this is where you need to go. And then let's build. Okay? Important stuff here. Build the manor house as well. I need some woodcutters. I'm actually going to assign all 3 of you to the woodcutting faction. Things are going fast. I need to slow it down a little bit. And I need to see, okay, right now, I need another market. Because I want an output for the berries. One thing I don't like about that is that. So I'm going to do that and build. Okay, and then the next task I need to look at progression. Decorations are important. I don't know. Decorations can make or break a community. Okay, so for this one, I need that. And I need that for that. For that. My happiness is actually up, which is good. If you don't remember, or if you're just hopping in, which I don't know why you'd be hopping in 30 minutes into a video. But you are. That's okay. I need to reach 75 happiness. And I need to maintain it. Which is also hard. Now, what the heck is wrong with this house? What? I don't even know how to get in. It seems like it's a little tricky there. Now, one of the things I'm allowed to look at here in the royal book is edicts, rulings, opening trade routes, resources that we have. Villagers is what I really want to look at, because I want to look at who doesn't have a house. So I need another set of houses. Opening up residential land, which I don't know why they're not building houses. I have enough, which means I probably need another builder's hut. Which it's sad to say, but every once in a while you need it. And since I don't actually have enough wood for it yet, I don't need to build it. But our taxes is because we're losing money. Last month, we lost this much, but granted, it was based on territories and our expenditures. This is gonna be a little pricey here, but once this is built, oh my gosh, oh no, oh no, I rushed too far. So let's do this. I've got you. I should have built a forestry hut. Or actually, I think I can move this. I would like to move this. I don't know if it will let me move it. There we go. It'll let me move it. I want to move it over here. And I'm going to change the wood cutting zones to right here. And I'm going to erase. Which is actually good because this is a good set of land here. And through this, I should increase the intake here. And I need to have a forestry hut just for the land here that I am taking care of. I think the forestry hut will be put like right here, but not yet. I need to make sure I have an influx of wood coming in. And I've got another quest. Advice, levy funds. Your treasury appears to be low these days. As the leaders of this village, you have authority to collect funds from your villagers. However, contributions will be reluctant. Levies should only be used in urgent situations, as they can significantly decrease your village's happiness over several weeks. So through this, I, as a lord, can take money, or should I say, grab it out of your pockets. Now, I'm going to say, let's do it, just because it's giving me advice. You can choose whether or not to do so, of course. And in order to do so, I go here. And it would be somewhere. It'll be somewhere. I forget how to do it. I think once I have my manor house built. No. If I remember it, that's not right. I don't know what I'm remembering wrong. Shucksles. Should be under my mandates. And it might actually come in when I get this. Ooh. I know I'm low on money. You, sir. I'm free on time. Free time. Let's see. I unfortunately am going to pause this because it's not actually important. I do want to up that. That to me right now is important. And let's up the tax collector's hut or house or sheesh. I can't speak. And I'm actually going to add an entrance for my tax collectors. Because this might actually get built before the actual manor house gets built. So yeah, I need the manor house to enact mandates. But I really need this built so that I can have my trade routes opened. So I can't open trade routes to make money if I don't have that. As far as I'm aware, I don't technically have those. And I'm gonna take someone from here. Aldwin, let's give you the tax collector's job. And he really went up. He went from a warehouse worker to a government worker. That was fast. I want the warehouse, as I've stated before, just because it'll help me to sell and get money up. I also want the tax office this way. I am going to pause it though for the current moment because I want every resource of this to go to them. And since I've got 10 here, I'm going to say, hey, let's build the forestry hut. It was a very important part. I'm going to take and say, you can get away from this job, as I don't need a villager like yourself doing such laborious work. Under the progression, things we can receive is our tavern, which is what we're going to eventually get. Architecture, city market, the belfry, which is our goal. You can do smithing taxes, drinking taxes, all sorts of stuff. And over here, which is very important for Common Path, is to be able to reach these things, we need to get all of these things. And through our labor, I can actually say, hey, you know what? You person right here, you know what? You're my tax collector. I'm going to raise your status. And I can say, hey, you, Alwyn, you shalt become a citizen. Then I can be like, oh, hey, you want to be a lord? Because certain jobs actually need to have certain rankings in society. I am going to Taval here. And then in order to make sure that the wood cutting is not interfering with my forest, I'm going to make you just plant a lot of wood. Erase. And done. I got that done. This is my next goal. So now I think I can speed up time a little bit faster, just due to the fact that I need this resource for this, so that I can so that we can make money. This knave right here is going to fill my manor house with your gold coins and dive in it like a so-called Scrooge McDuck. Alrighty. Slow but sure progress. It's very intriguing how they move. I'm seeing they're working around me. I'm going to pause this because I don't need this yet. I need this. You're not going to work around me. I need this more than I need houses. As you can see our little guy right here, he's planting all these trees. He's like, I gotta make sure we have trees. And what's amazing is how fast they grow. Right? We're only at 2 months. That's some darn tall trees. Sprouts. And one away. See that? One away. And here's our ladies. Working here on sawing some wood. Chop, 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 chop. Well, the question is what? How did they go from that? Oh, there we go. She's sawing it down. Okay, okay. Our builders are working on our warehouse. Who's working on it right now? Jebus. Okay, warehouse is done. I need you to take that there. And let's unpause this. And I can unpause these houses. Because the wood is doable there. Honestly, I think Anzafeli. He's probably got the best job, she's just sitting out here fishing with no care in the world. See, who are we welcoming into our village? You. Angel? Alice? Alice. Okay. I can slow down the speed a little bit. I will say I'm gonna. Did I pause it? I unpaused it. Okay. Like I said, I need this resource. Look how fast these trees grow. It's only been a month. Man, trees grow fast. Yay! First taxes. We can't celebrate yet. Let's see. Taxes. Budget. Should be somewhere. Tax house, not yet. I need this. I need an entrance for my tax collector. If we look on the map, right, village map, look at our village and this whole land. Pretty quaint. Working hard, hardly working our villagers, maybe. Jebius. Jebinus, actually, I guess. Okay. Finally, my tax collectors are here. Here comes the courier. Run, run. He got one chubby cheeks. It almost looks like he ran through houses. Okay. All right. So I got my tax collector. And okay. An isolated community of fishermen are looking for kind-hearted builders. They need help constructing a bridge to connect their village to the rest of the realm. They don't have much to offer, but they promise to spread the word about your generosity among laborers. So I can say, hey, best builder, go ahead, right? I don't think I have a builder. So I can say, okay, hey, I'm gonna spend 50 of my coins. Currently, right now, I'm not interested based on the simple fact that that's expensive. Finally. Now, I'm gonna buy a stonemason set. And I am very, 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 very poor at the moment. And now I can tax people. Whoa. See. 48, 24. So this will impact happiness. I think right now I'm gonna shoot for 48. It's a lot. Tis. But we need monies. What is this? This is my lumber camps. Your woodcutters can't keep up with the demand. They plead for more villagers to help. They also suggest recruiting foresters to ensure an ample forest in the future. I think we need more wood, which is true. Now, like, I do need this. But I don't know if I can build it. I might be able to. I'm putting all of the like that. That's how I want to face it. Putting all of the crafts area close by. Meeting the elders. The much respected leading men and women among the region's laborers, heard of your village and wish to make themselves useful to your people. They brought welcome gifts, mainly tools, to ease your village's lot and pledge their assistance. We're going to take the tools. Tools are pretty useful. It's a little loud for me. Those edicts, they get me. What I need is money. Okay. Before I can build that, do I need money for lumber camp? I do need money for lumber. So, not yet. Not yet on the lumber camp. Check our happiness levels. We do have some guys who don't have jobs. It's okay. I'm gonna add you and add you and add you. I want to transfer stone here. Planks and stone currently, just because I don't have it. I need to alleviate people. I think I'm almost to the point where I can open a trade route. Trade route. Yeah. Through that, I'm able to go to resources right here. And I can be like, okay, let's buy them. I don't want to sell. I need to sell stuff. So we're going to sell anything below the value of 15. And then I'm going to sell, I don't have any, but I'm going to sell anything below the value of 15 as well. And then here I'm going to buy anything above the value of 14. Food diversity. Your villagers are grateful, very grateful for the food you provided them, yet they wish their larder had more to offer. They greatly appreciate if you would give them a second for source of food. Sad thing, I actually already have. You guys have berries and fish. Greedy bastards. Ugh. You would never. I'm gonna tell them they can cut wood here, and here, and here. And then there. Blah, 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 blah. So luckily, I made money. How did I make money? Off of taxes? Money off of taxes? I was totally in the red. How did I make money? That's weird. I want to kind of like eke them up a little bit more, you know? Like, you're like, I'm gonna pay a little bit more if you want to live here, you know? You're asking for more food. It's not like I can just give it to you. I mean, I could. But a little bit harder to do. I need more houses. Alright. I am gaining monies. I'm gonna say, oh no, I can't say they can build it. Oh no. I can't do mandates because of this. Let's see if I can't get the manor house close to being built. I have a forester. I actually cannot do much in terms of this. All this stuff costs money. And I needed this. Really, the waiting game right now is getting money, which I am going to speed up my time just a little bit. Yeah. I want to see if I can make some money. And let's see about building a granary. Granary? I've heard it both ways. And I'm actually going to preemptively, like, I'm not placing it, but I'm placing it right there. What silly is it like? I need 16 stones. And I don't have that. Advice followed. What is this? Where did I get this? Oh, it's because I have my manor house? Okay. Now I can mandate. I am going to levy some taxes. Mandate levying. You've summoned the people to the Great Hall to discuss a potential levy. The villagers don't look happy about it, because they have to give away their hard-earned coin. But you know they will pay if they have to. And whether my title tells you much, I am a knightly knave. I will do things what's best for my people, but I must also ask for them to give a little bit so that we might grow. I'm also going to ask this from them because I would like to not have to tax them as much. I'm going to ask for that, and it actually does give away that point. So I'm going to lower taxes here down to 30 because I don't want you guys to be unhappy. I need to build this. So I am going to say, let's build this. This is important. This will actually help with resources. Let's up that. I've got so many unemployed people. Oy, oy, oy. All right, so they're upset. They're like, oh no, I don't have anywhere to live. Which is sad, truly. Also, I need another lumber camp. And I'm going to put this lumber camp over here. Their money's not going to waste for using it. On this lumber camp over there. I'm going to say, where's my forester? I need you to also replant in this area. And then I also need you to cut the wood in this zone. What is this? What are you? I don't want that. A message from the kingdom. Gosh, those kings. I really do hate them. But they say, the kingdom acknowledges your hard work on establishing your settlement. And I must answer, but I am your humble servant. When I don't really care. Okay. I need more woodcutters. Whole camp of lady woodcutters. Whoa. And I am making money, which is nice to say. Let's build the granary. So this guy comes through, right? He's like, okay, hey, this is what I want to buy. And it'll tell me, if I remember right, when he leaves, what he was on about. So I actually don't need that anymore. So I need more houses. So I need to paint out more area. And I think I'm once again going to be greedy. And I'm going to buy that. So this will then open up a whole more section of land. I want the woodcutters to come in here and just clean it out, you know? Just clean out all of these trees. And actually, so I can get a top-down view so I'm not just drawing around. So actually, they don't need to do it over here. Let's do this here, 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 here. Okay. Now, I know you guys don't like me, but necessary. Let's do another well over here. And let's look here. Mandates. So I'm going to open up this list. And I can't actually promote yet. I think. Oh no, it's not what I wanted. I want the beautification. My villagers are sad, but it's important. Okay. So I think our village has gotten as far as it can get for the time being.